Hey guys, what's up and welcome to Zuber's Tech. This is going to be the full test and review of the AFI Gimbal. Hey guys, what's up and welcome to the unboxing and review of the AFI Gimbal. This is a smartphone gimbal, as you can see, and it's actually a pretty big box, so let's open it and see what we have inside. Very nice. So here we actually have a case, as well as, I don't know what this is, I will have to see later, but that's everything we have inside the box. So I'm guessing everything is going to be inside this AFI case, which we're going to open shortly and look at what we have inside. Very nice. So here we have a couple of things. First, we have a little tripod so you can mount your gimbal onto it and stand it up. We also have a micro USB cable. And finally, in this zipper pocket here, we have some silica gel. And finally, a manual that is in English and Chinese. I will look at how to use it later. Oh, inside, a couple of things fell out. And here we have a certificate as well as some sort of warranty card also. So let's put this upside and look at the gimbal itself. Now, this is the actual gimbal itself. You have a nice rubber handle at the bottom. You also have a little screw coming right here, so you can screw in that little tripod I showed you earlier. And over here we have a couple of, well, here we have the AFI logo. We also have a joystick. We have a camera button, a power button, as well as a light button. I'm not quite sure what that does. Gonna have to figure it out. We have a micro USB port. We also have a knob here that controls W and T. I feel like I should know what that is, but I don't. It's not very smooth. I'm not sure if I'm doing it right or something, but whenever I move it, it kind of gets stuck. See that? So not sure what's going on there. We have another screw here, and we also have a couple of warning labels. And then we have the actual gimbal here. And I'm going to try and put my phone inside. All right, so this is what it looks like. I put my phone into the gimbal itself, and we're going to see how this works. So I'm going to get it right first, and I'm going to turn it on, and then we'll see how well it stabilizes. So now it's on, and you can see as I'm moving it around, you can see that it's actually stabilizing it pretty well. As I'm looking at it, it looks a little bit floaty. I kind of like that. Not sure if anyone else would, but for now it's working fairly well. So let's get some footage in and start analyzing. All right, so the first thing we are going to look at is the stabilization quality when I'm running pretty fast. You can look at this video. You can see that it is a tiny bit shaky. I'm running actually fairly fast, even though it doesn't really look like it. And you can see that there is a little bit of bounce. Just keep your eyes on the edge of the screen. You will see that there is a little bit of bounce as you go through. But if you don't really look at the screen and you kind of focus on the subject, which is my dog, you'll notice that it's actually not too bad at all. Most of the movement is coming from my dog actually moving, bouncing up and down as he's running instead of the actual thing running itself. So the other thing to notice is, as you can see, the movement of the camera when you're using the camera controls is a little bit jerky. You can see that as I'm turning, it's very noticeable. It's not as smooth as what you find on the Media gimbal. So there's that to consider. However, that is an issue that you have to contend with. And again, just to let you know, I am filming on my Nokia 7 Plus, so this is a 4K clip. It does have a few issues with autofocus. It's autofocus really fast, but anyway, we'll focus on the actual gimbal itself. And of course, when you're not moving, the gimbal does an excellent job. It's very good. Really no problem at all. Also, now let's take another look at this clip of my dog. Of course, they're all going to be of my dog. You can see that again, there is a tiny bit of bounce. Just keep your eyes on the edge of the screen. You'll see that it bounces a tiny bit. It's noticeable to the trained eye, but if you're not trained for it, you might think you probably might not even notice it. And as you can see, as I'm running faster and faster, the bounce is getting worse. But if you're focusing on the center of the screen, aka my dog, the subject, it actually doesn't look too bad at all. It's definitely usable. So that is an issue if you are a gimbal person and you can tell the difference between many different gimbals. And now here I'm walking backwards, so we'll see how good the quality is. It is fairly smooth, and here we're looking at how good it is. And the good thing about this gimbal is you can pretty much put it upside down and it will still correct, which is very nice. I like it quite a bit. Other gimbals have like a maximum pitch of, I don't know, like 40 degrees, which is not a lot. But then again, there is the issue where this gimbal is kind of jerky. As you can see, it's a little bit it moves fast and it's not as smooth as you think. So yeah, there is that issue. And finally, looking at this clip here, you can see that the video quality, the video stabilization is okay because I'm walking fairly slow. And basically once you stand still, the stabilization is great. But once you move, you can see that there is a little bit of bounce. And this is not because of the software. It's because the actual gimbal itself, the arms, they seem to have a little bit of play. So it seems to wobble a little bit, even though sometimes it's really not supposed to. And that is what causes this to move when you're moving at higher speeds, you know, or there's a little bit of a wobble. And now if you look, I'm going to be jumping down. You can see that was a fairly small jump. There's maybe like 2 feet. And you can see that it was a little bit jerky, but then again, it was a jump as well. And here, as you can see, I'm standing completely still, and the stabilization's great. It works great. Again, the controls are a little bit not so good, so there's that to consider. And here you can see that the gimbal is actually pretty good because I'm walking slowly, so there's that, and it's fairly nice. The gimbal stabilization works well. And you can see, well, there's that autofocus problem again on the Nokia 7 Plus, but the stabilization here is actually fairly decent. So all in all, this is a decent gimbal. It's not the best. I've had better. I have a better one, the Mijia gimbal. It does a better job at stabilization. However, the pitch of the gimbal is not as good as this one on the AFI gimbal, which can pitch pretty much 180 degrees, which is a very, very useful thing to have. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Be sure to hit that little notification button to make sure you're notified of any of the latest videos that come out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.